Hi everyone. Um, this is another uh, emotional video that I have to make. I've just been holding this in for a little bit, and I just need to get it out. So it's been a year today since we lost our beautiful friend Dylan, and it's scary to think about. Just thinking back on that day, just even right now, having to just reflecting on that, it's just really scary. And I just, in honor of his memory today, I just wanted to share some memories of some of the great times I had with him. So I met Dylan September of 2015 when I first came to Seattle, and I think he was one of the first new kids I met, anyway. And the thing is, like, when most grade 8s, they first come to school, they come in scared of being with the older guys and being kind of timid, and Dylan was the exact opposite. He just, remember when we walked into woodwork and he just came right up to me and just introduced himself. We just kind of bonded instantly, just having the same name and just, having an interest in the same kind of stuff like music and movies and acting and whatnot and things like that. And it was just great time. He's just such a great guy to be around, just, if you ever made, if you ever made eye contact with him, he'd give you a nice little smile and, give you a compliment on something, even if you weren't expecting it, he'd do it. He was a giver, he wanted guys to be happier, he wanted anybody to, feel comfortable. He was just a fun-loving guy, He had a huge heart, he could just always, put a smile on your face, just seeing him around the school, you could always, just one of those guys you could just go to, for a laugh or whatever, and just, and I also remember in drama class, grade 9 there, I remember having to do this one presentation where we had to, present in front of the whole class up on stage and everything. It was nerve-wracking a bit, and I remember reminding Dylan of it, and he was just so happy to be in the spotlight. He loved that, and he was just like, I got this all day, and just gave it his all. When I had to go up there, I was just scared out of my mind, and he just was like, he told me, just don't worry, it's all gonna be fine. And he told me, just look at me in the audience, you don't have to look at anybody else, just picture there's no one there and it's just me. And that's what I did, and that's what I loved about him. Did anything to make you feel at home, feel, like there's nothing that can stand in your way. And that was so great about him. And nowadays, it's a lonely feeling, not having him around, because you spend so much time with somebody, and it's just not being around the community. It's just not being able to give him a call. He was just one of those guys who had your back no matter what you were facing, and just, not having that anymore. It's like I said, it's It's a lonely feeling. I always get those kind of butterfly feelings, especially when it gets to around this time of Halloween and stuff, because to tell you the truth, I can't really look at Halloween the same way anymore. I'm sure no one really can, because the events from last year, they were life-altering. I know everybody at school, their lives were altered forever, because we all have to live with that. And Halloween's always one of my favorite holidays, and last year was definitely the hardest Halloween that I think anybody's ever had to go through, and it was extremely painful just because of the questions it left hanging in the air, and because it was a suicide, it was definitely hard on everybody. Again, just not having Dylan there to, like I said, to call, or just better yet, have him call me. My standpoint at around this time is just remembering Dylan and how he was to me and everybody else. I know from our standpoint, we couldn't have asked for a better friend, and how he supported us, and we just keep going on with our lives to keep making him proud. And I just remember, what I remember about him most is just his kind-hearted nature. He couldn't be mean to anybody, even if he tried. He was just kind to everybody, treated everybody equally, and that's what it's the skill that I tried to pick up from him, and I definitely try to be the same way towards everybody else. Now I'm just going to play a little song here that always reminds me of him, and just reminds me of all my memories I had with him, and just,
family that drive me crazy. Call me out when I'm low and lazy. Won't be perfect, but we'll be fine. 'Cause I've got your back and you got mine. You've got mine. We'll have tiny boxes for memories. Open them up and we'll set them free. There'll be bad days and some hard times. I'll keep your secrets if you'll keep mine. You are the memory that won't ever last. 25 years have suddenly passed. Wherever you take me, it's clear I will go. Your love's the one love that I need to know. Your love's the one love that I need to know. Take my picture and then you laugh, 'cause I hate the way I look in photographs. Keep your memories, but don't live the past. I'm looking forward to the best days we'll have. You are the memory that won't ever last. When 25 years have suddenly passed. Wherever you take me, it's clear I will go. Your love's the one love that I need to know. alright. You'll be alright. And the answers escape us when we start to fade. Remember who loved you, no one to stay. My body will fail, but my soul will go on. So don't you get lonely, I'm right where you are. You are the memory that won't ever last. When 25 years have suddenly passed, wherever you take me, it's clear I will go. Your love's the one love that I need to know. You are the sun in the darkness sky. Your life said these words and they can't be denied. Wherever you take me, it's clear I will go. Your love's the one love that I need to know. Your love's the one love that I need to know.
It's great seeing nowadays everybody's doing what we all want to do, which is help other people. Letting everybody know that there's no stigma to this, mental illness and mental health. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Anybody who's suffering, there's so many people that are in that situation, but nowadays I know people, since this, everybody's more and more starting to recognize that, it is a serious illness and it is something that is treatable. Those are kind of my stories there with Dylan. He was a great friend, and it's still really tough thinking about, not having him around, but we keep going on with our lives and making sure we're smart, we're successful to keep making him proud. I think we're doing a good job of that.